Hey guys, Mitch, Kendra here from Racer X Online. We are in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for round 15 of Monster Energy AMA Supercross. We got a beautiful view of the city here. We actually ended up getting some nice weather today. Unfortunately, it rained earlier and it's going to rain tonight, so the track is covered. But we are set for an awesome weekend here in Pittsburgh. The championships are exciting, both in the Premier class and the 250 East division. And it's going to be an awesome championship here for the SMX Next riders. Their winner-take-all championship. There's no standings for that, so it's kind of whoever wins the main event is a champion. But we've got lots of storylines to cover. We've got some beautiful weather here. So let's get into it, guys. And home race for me, so here we go, Steelers! Woo! Thank you again to 60 Helmets for backing this video. 60 Helmets is dedicated to the relentless pursuit of brain protection. 60's patented Omni-Directional Suspension technology provides protection capabilities unmatched by any other helmet design. All right, we got Seth Hammaker here, the fourth and final race of this Northeast Swing in the championship lead. Man, what's it been like having kind of these 4 races almost in your backyard?
Yeah,
like home races for you.
It's been really cool. Just to have, you know, all the hometown fans and a lot of family with me every weekend cheering me on. So that really gets behind me and, you know, motivates me to do even better. But yeah, just super grateful to have a lot of races near home. So that's been cool. And with the red plate in Philly and then keeping it for these next 2 races too have been really cool. So looking forward to having a final one here in Pittsburgh and putting on a good show tomorrow.
And you got close in Philly, the home race, but then got it the next weekend. You know, yes, you're able to go home a little bit. You're in Florida now, so you're closer than California, but you're able to go home a little bit for Easter weekend?
Yeah, after MetLife last weekend, I drove home, spent Easter Sunday with the family, which was awesome. And then I flew back Monday back to Florida to get some practice in this week. But yeah, one of the benefits of being on the East Coast in Florida and these East Coast races too, you know, seeing the family and getting to spend Easter with them was something I never want to miss. So it's cool that I was able to go.
Yeah, so obviously you kind of said earlier, like this is almost like you're trying to rebuild your season. You made some changes in the program. You're trying to work on technique and everything. And you got that first win. It's like, all right, this is cool. Now you got the second win. You got the points lead. Like, does it almost feel like you are not trying less, but like it's coming easier now that you just made some small adjustments, like small adjustment but big changes, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of work that was done in the off season, but you know, it's cool to see it all coming, you know, and working during these races, and to see the work, you know, hard work being put in and getting results from it. So that's really cool. And yeah, just like as a rebuilding season, you know, the expectation was never really a championship, you know, in the early stages of this series. And now that we're, you know, here with 2 rounds left, we have the red plate, but that doesn't really change anything in my mindset or what we've been working on. Just, you know, what I have been doing has gotten me to this point, so just keep that the same and see where we end up in the long run. But yeah, just it's awesome to be in this position and to see all that hard work and changes that I made this offseason paying off.
All right, guys, we found Landon Gibson here scootering around a little bit. Landon, the SMX Next Championship finales this weekend. What's your goals heading into the final race of the year?
I'm just going to do what I can, you know. I'm going to give it 110%, and wherever that is where we end up, right? And
you're still pretty young, right? Like, I know last year you just were old enough to get into the Daytona rounds. How old are you now?
Yeah, I just turned 16 in March, so that's how I was able to race last year, because I just turned 15 in Daytona, so.
So is that kind of, you know, obviously the end goal is to get to Supercross, be a pro. Does it help now that you're getting so much experience, whether it's ups and downs, a little bit of injuries here and there, but you're just getting track time? It's got to help you for, you know, a couple years from now when you do turn pro, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. It definitely helps for when I do turn pro, because I just kind of know the layout of the track and the way the qualifying and everything works, so it's nice.
And then I guess what's your biggest takeaway been from the program so far? Like anything, I know you're pretty set in stone with your training program with Landon Baker.
Yeah.
But is there anything like on the bike, off the bike that you really learned this year?
I feel like off the bike helps whenever they have the pros come and speak with us. They give some good pointers, and yeah, I feel like that helps. So,
anything like specific, any rider, or any quotes or anything like you can point to, or just kind of in general?
Oh, it was nice because I've been told a lot by other people, but it was cool to hear it from him. Colt Nichols, he said, you know, like don't like take a slow lap and then try to like lay down a heater. Just do every lap consistent, and you're gonna get a good lap out of those. So that was cool to hear.
So we're here right outside of Acrisure Stadium in a prime tailgating spot with local Vinny Luhovey. So you're from Greensburg, PA, right? Pretty close to here?
Yep, about 40 minutes away or so. Yeah, super excited. Got awesome custom kits. Keith at True MX hooked us up. We got the jersey looking prime. Good with the pants and gloves. Jason at Fast Track Moto got the bike looking sweet. We're all blacked out, the black and yellow. So yeah, everything's turning out awesome, and we're looking forward to it.
I'll say we're expecting a pretty big turnout. You got some hopefully fans will stop by and get some autographs. And you know, what's it like to just have a home race like this? I know you did the news station a couple years ago for High Point. You did it this morning. What was it like just talking about motocross to people that, you know, maybe don't follow the sport or don't know a ton about the sport?
It's so cool. Like I said, it's such a vibe here. Like I wish we had the press day ride. I was really looking forward to that, but I don't know. Tomorrow, I'm excited. This is my last one, hometown. Just feel really relaxed, even though there's everybody here. Like I don't know. I decided to feel good about it, and I don't know. I think I just look so good in that gear. I feel like superhero. I think I'm Bumblebee Transformers or something when I'm in that gear. So I feel unstoppable, man. Let's go.
All right, Max Vohland here, Pittsburgh. You ever been to Pittsburgh?
No, first time for me. Nice new stadium for the guys. I feel like when we have a new race like this, it kind of levels the playing field. You know, some guys feel good at certain stadiums and certain dirt. So we got different dirt, new stadiums, kind of even playing field for everyone this weekend.
I'll say, so you grew up usually on West Coast dirt and like hard pack stuff.
Yeah.
And now at club, a little bit of East Coast stuff. What's it been like racing the East Coast?
Yeah, not bad. I honestly like it. Fits my style more. I like when it's more rutted and rough. And honestly, Dirtworks have been doing a crazy good job with prepping the tracks this year. And honestly, I haven't been getting too gnarly. I feel like the last year I raced, which was only a few rounds, but the track was definitely a lot rougher. So, yeah, I like East Coast dirt. I like when it rains a little bit like this because it gets techy and it gets challenging for the guys, and I feel like that suits my style the most.
How are you feeling? Like, we know you had such a big injury and everything last year. You know, how are you feeling a couple rounds in, almost the end of the season? Are you feeling like a little bit of fatigue, or are you still feeling strong? I guess where are you at, like health-wise so far?
Yeah, health-wise, I'm good. I've stayed I've stayed on the bike and haven't had many crashes and any really major injury that's hindered me all year. You know, I haven't had to deal with something too bad besides, you know, my one from last year. But I'm good, so I'm glad with that. I don't have to, you know, be in and out. And, you know, the race weekends will beat you up. But I've been somewhat healthy and just been kind of chugging along and building. So it's been a bit of a building year for me. I've had some good results here and there, but definitely want to get on the box hopefully before the end of the season. And I feel like this is probably my best chance this weekend.
I'll say, is there any big changes like at this late in the stage of the season? Any big changes heading into this weekend, or anything? You learned anything the last couple weeks, last weekend? Like any changes there?
Not huge changes, but just keep clicking away on bike setup and trying to be a little bit better. Just trying to be 1% better every day. And a lot of it's been my starts, and I feel like maybe we found the final step for the starts. I'm hoping, which I'm pretty confident my starts were better during practice this week, and I feel like my heat race starts have been really good. I got a good jump last weekend. I just botched the main event start, so just need to dial in, be calm, not freak out, and just do my starts like I do every day. And yeah, if I start up front, I'll stay up front for sure.
I'll say you nailed the start in the Foxborough heat race too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a huge hole shot. So it's in there. It's possible. I can do it. I just need to put it together for one main event.
All right, we got Hardy Munoz. I think you had a big crash last weekend. A little bit of issues here in this northeast swing. How are you feeling after last weekend? What's the status for this weekend?
Well, yeah, we had a really hard track last weekend. We were actually trying to fix the bike after the crash on practice on the whoops, and I think just a hard track and everything came so fast. I had a crash. I landed on the bars, hurt my leg, tore my muscle, and I tried to ride this week, but it was a bit painful. So hopefully tomorrow I'll feel great, and the track will be good. Hopefully it doesn't rain. So yeah, very positive for this weekend.
So you're just trying to rest up and just try and fight through it tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll fight it through tomorrow.
What's I think was it maybe Philly? I think you crashed and hurt your wrist a little bit. Like you kind of been banged up a little, I feel like, right?
Yeah, I think
some crashes here and there.
Yeah, I think I've been a couple rounds in the lows. And after the red flag, I bent my shifter on lap 2. And so I got stuck in the gear. I was trying to keep going and keep shifting, but since the shifter was bent, I hit it by accident on the face of the triple. So it fell neutral, it went over the bars, and that's why I hurt my wrist. But, I think it's this sport is like this. It comes with up and downs, and, just got to stay strong through the lows, and hopefully the next 2 rounds will be great.
I'll say, I don't want to keep harping on the bad stuff, but Foxborough, you had a tough qualifying day. Like, I saw you were packing up in the night show chart, and it's like, the night show is starting, it's like, man, you had a tough break there. Like, couldn't get a hot lap in, and that track was just brutal with the mud, right?
Yeah, actually, we For that one, it rained a lot. I couldn't put a lap together. Everybody was all over the place, and you know, it was really hard to jump with all the mud. And the time came out quick.
I feel like before that though, like Daytona, you have had some solid rides. I feel like you've been a little bit more smoother, but then just a couple crashes here and there. But any big changes from last year? Like you look a little bit more in control. Obviously, a couple of mistakes here and there, but did you make any big changes in the off season, like technique or anything, or bike setup wise, to be a little bit more smooth and everything?
Yeah, we've been working a lot on the suspension and the bike. Well, the bike is almost a stock bike, to be honest. They just have a little bit of engine work and some valves, and that's it. But more than that, I think to be in the top 10 with a privateer bike, you got to ride on the edge. Sometimes it goes good, sometimes it doesn't. But we're trying to work on being in the top 10 with less risk, and I think we just have to wait for the opportunity to be there.
All right, you're Devin Simonson. Dude, I was just talking to you about it. Last weekend, like first race of the year, you weren't sure how it was going to be with the wrist. You go, qualifying was good, the times were good, like looked good, felt good, you said. Walk us through last weekend, pretty strong main event too. Dropped a little bit back position-wise at the end there, but you got to be happy with that race, right?
Yeah, I was stoked with it. And like I was telling you, up until like honestly Saturday, I wasn't sure how my wrist was going to be riding during the week. It was okay, but still dealing with a bit of pain. And even now, I'm still dealing with a bit of pain, but it's getting better every week. And yeah, man, I honestly couldn't ask for much more last weekend. I mean, 2 good starts, heat race and main event, good qualifying time. Yeah, I mean, it was an overall good weekend.
So I was going to say, you've been back on the bike a little bit now, I guess what settings did you go off? Did you have settings from before the injury? Is there, kind of somebody else's settings? Like, how did you get the bike set up? You look pretty comfortable right away, like qualifying, you're flying right away.
Yeah.
How did you get such a good base setting?
Honestly, I had about a month on the bike before I ended up getting hurt in December. So, yeah, I mean, I had a pretty good setting then, and honestly, I don't think we've changed anything. Like, I got on the bike as soon as I could, and I was riding the turn track Supercross suspension, rode some outdoors still with the Supercross suspension, and just man, honestly, I was trying to just beat my wrist up and get it back into shape.
Yeah, because you said it was locked. So.
Yeah. I mean, I was locked for 4 months almost, locked straight. So yeah, just trying to get the range of motion and beat it up a bit. But yeah, I mean, pretty much just the setting we had from preseason before I got hurt. I've been running with it, and yeah, it feels great.
Yeah, it's got to feel good because you don't know where you're going to be at race-wise, and then you come in and you're like, all right, this is good. So I guess like realistic goals for this race and the final race, knowing, hey, because you're only Supercross deal, right?
Yeah, Supercross only deal. Yeah, I mean, my goal is still the same this weekend as it was last weekend. Start up front, finish up front. And I'd like another single-digit finish. That's my goal this weekend, and then. Yeah, Salt Lake for the finale. We'll see how that goes, but same thing there. Just start up front, finish up front.
Is there any talks maybe of pro motocross deal yet, or?
Not really. I think it's more just results based, but hopefully, yeah, we go out there this weekend and earn that ride.
Because you wanted to do pro motocross, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to hit all 11. That I haven't done a full outdoor season ever, so yeah, it'd be cool to be able to do that.
Cool. Any big? Obviously, pretty good last week, but any bike changes? Knowing you have one race under your belt coming into this weekend, or just run last weekend?
Yeah, no bike changes. Maybe a couple clicks here and there, depending on how the track is. But yeah, no major bike changes at all. So pretty much same bike as last weekend. Just new tires, freshened up for the new race, and yeah, same as last weekend.
Awesome, good stuff. Appreciate it.